It is absolutely fantastic to watch the comment line, and as you all jump in, starting to be all community-like and saying, how's it, boys? How are you? Yes, we missed a week, but we're back this week because we have plenty of golf to go through. June is up and running, and once we hit Kyalami on the 6th of June, then we've got 3 more events until the Open, the Duckhook Open. Thank you for joining us, everybody. A jam-packed show today. We're quickly going to look back at CMR. Then we're going to look at some regular things that we need to update everybody on, like singles match play, team match play, and the standings and rankings as it is. And then we'll move over to Kyalami and preview Kyalami. I'm not alone, as usual. We have our panel of experts. Let me welcome them. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Hi, everybody. So we've got Scorpion in the background. Get over here. We've got Basil beneath me, and we got Ryan, who will be taking you through all you need to know when it comes to updated stats. As I said, thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. It's nice to see you and get everything back to normal. Let's see. Who do we say first? Oh, before we go on, I want to say, I did mention there was going to be a prize for today's show. We've got 2 more specially branded golf balls. Here we go. Sleeves of SRIXONs. The best comment tonight, the guys will choose, and you will win the golf balls at CMR. Morne Kelly says, how's it, Ducks? Hello, Morne. Looking forward to playing with you once again at Kyalami. He is in my football. Doran, bring on Kyalami, 100%. Bring it on. I played there last Thursday, and the course looked in absolutely fantastic condition. But, as you know, it is freezing over the last 3 days, so I don't know how much that has done to it, but we'll get all over it. Ryan, Daddy says hello.
Hello, Toppy.
Very nice, very nice. Brian Owen also playing at Kyalami on Sunday. Good evening. And a whole host, Jacques Gravenstein. Hello, Ducks. Right, before we get going and straight into CMR, let me ask you guys quickly, how have you been this week? Let's start with you, Scorpion.
No, it's been good, Maz. It's been a little bit of a quiet week at Concepts, but it's been a good week so far. It's like, we're ticking over, and we facing forward, just trying to keep busy.
We've got somebody who loves the background, so we must have another Scorpion fan. Who's that? Oh, Monet again. Love the background, Donnie. Basil, did you freeze over the last 2 days at the IGT at Modderfontein?
Yeah, it's been hectic the last couple of days competing. Unfortunately missed the cut this week, but we stay warm and we stay positive and we move forward with the game and with the processes. But yeah, I don't see guys playing a lot of golf this week. I am optimistic for the guys who are going to play Sunday. Unfortunately, I haven't booked for Kyalami. I'm a bit sad about that, but I'm hoping that you guys are looking forward to Kyalami. It is in great condition and ready to compete, boys.
Well, we can tell you that you are on standby, and I guarantee you by Sunday you'll be in that field, because that's just the way it works. By Sunday, 2 or 3 guys will have their issues. Ryan, you good? Are we ready to do this?
Good. Ready to do this. Had a busy week. Started some extra work yesterday. So, yeah, ready for it. Let's go.
All right, boys. CMR, this happened 2 Sundays ago. Mitchell did us 10 under, 46 points. The most unbelievably lucky round I've ever witnessed. I was his playing partner on the day, and I shook my head on multiple occasions. We will go through his scorecard, and I'll break it down for you so that you can see how Mitchell, off a 14 handicap, managed to shoot his absolute personal best of 76. Paul Vickery coming in second once again after a second place finish at Pretoria Country Club. On great form, another 6 under, going to get his handicap cut and not winning a competition. So that is quite sad for him. Dean Sherman, who teed off in the AM, set the clubhouse lead at -5. He's joined by Jaco Jacobs. Carl van der Linde, another outstanding finish. He's really doing well this season. Cut out Bezeda notes. Always around there. Jason Irving, it's nice to see him back there. Basil Wright, I was actually mentioned you earlier, and I said, gee, another top 10. This guy just doesn't do any wrong. And then Fricky, nice to see you back in the top 10, and Dara Paramore, some of the regular names. Before we get to Mitchell's scorecard, let's see his what he had to say afterwards.
Oh, well played, man.
Mitch, it's official now.
Yeah.
You are the champion at CMR on 10 under.
Can't believe it.
Can you believe it?
That really is unbelievable. Right?
And you know what the good
I've
thing
been
is?
playing horrible the whole year.
And it all came right. The good thing is you're wearing a SRIXON cap.
Oh,
so
yeah.
the first player to win a dozen
backwards,
of
sorry,
the golf
yeah.
balls.
There we
go. While you walk with me,
Okay, cool.
some of the feelings. Now that you know.
Jeez. It's a big relief that I just kept it going, I guess. 10 under, I think it's my best score ever.
Yep.
My personal best. So
What
I'm
was
just
the
happy.
highlight of the day? Why did you shoot 10 under?
Just down the middle, I guess. What's happening, bro? Yeah, I guess just down the middle. I don't know.
Putting was good.
Putting was incredible, actually. So usually I 3-putt. Today it was 1 and 2. So yeah, brilliant.
Well done. Ryan, have you ever gone 10 under your handicap?
No, I've gone 8 under, but not 10.
10 under, so you're pretty close. You boys, going 10 under is a feat on itself if you're playing off scratch. So I won't even go there. I can only ask you what's your best scores ever.
Yeah, I've shot 61 before.
Yep.
In Dawa. So it's thrilling. It's definitely thrilling. With the league of Duckhook, I don't think it would have been winning. The guys are competitive. They play well.
Yeah.
But just the thrill of shooting 10 under in one round of golf
Well,
is quite an achievement.
Baz, so just to comment on that. So I worked out, I had to shoot a 59
Really?
to actually beat him by
Be even
1. So
close.
you must have gone, you needed to go 56.
Wow.
Yeah, there's no chance.
Well, Monet says, I did say 8 under for the win. Well done. And Dorian says, Dean had an amazing round early on. And I honestly thought that was going to be the winning number on 5 under. Obviously not. So let me take you through the scorecard of Mitchell. We started on the 10th, gentlemen. So the 10th, no problem. Makes his 5 for 2. Then on the 11th, he pulls it into the trees on the left. Right? We all get to the green. And he says to me, am I over the green? Because I don't know where my ball went. No, you're the closest to the hole. He gets the line from JP Atwood, sinks the birdie putt, can't believe it, right? The 12th hole, 6, normal golf. Then on the 13th, hits a great drive, and then hits it to the back of the green. And then JP is just behind him. So JP gives him a line, down the slope, JP hits an awful putt. But Mitchell hits the line, and from miles away, in the hole, bang, there's his next birdie. Then par on the 14th, straight forward. Say again?
Sounded like JP was the caddy there, man.
Yeah. 15th straight forward. And then so he gets into, after 9, is 4 under, which is reasonable. Well done, 4 under. Then he starts his back 9. He starts with a 6. Then he goes par for 3 points. Straightforward, it's not a difficult hole, the second. Then out of the trees again on the 3rd, he punches a 4-iron up. Out of nowhere, it somehow runs onto the green, makes 2 putts. Then on the par 5s, he makes 5s, no problem. Then, let me get back to this. On the par 3, now he's 6 under, and we're thinking, Jesus, he's still got a chance. There's 4 holes left. He hits it left on that par 3. He's probably missed it by a green. He's got a downslope lie. It's hard as a rock. He's got no chance. He thins that golf ball, that it travels like this. Bounces 1, hits the pin, dunk, into the hole, up the hole, into the hole. -8. Can't believe it.
No way.
So now we're thinking, what is actually happening here? Then the next hole, you can see he makes a 5, normal stuff. Then the closest to the pin on the par 3, now he's like this. Okay, he says he can't believe it. He doesn't know what's happening. Close to the pin, he whacks it, and it lands this far away. Bang. By this time, he's gone -9, and he can't be beaten, because even if he doubles the last, he's on -7. So he steps up to the last. I do an interview with him. How are you feeling? And he says, dude, I just want to finish this round of golf. This is ridiculous. I don't even know what's happening. Driver pulls the 8 on the 9th. He pulls it left into the trees. He somehow gets it onto the green from there. 2 putts, goes to -10. Unbelievable. As you saw in the interview, just shook like this. He's like, I'm stumped. One day I hope to have a round of golf like that. So well done, Mitchell. Let's just give him a round of applause. And I hope that was a good description of the round. I was glad to witness it. Okay, let's go through the other nitty-gritty of what happens when we play a league game. The boys are here to help me with everything. We'll go through the groups firstly and see who won the groups. Big D, take us through it. Or not Big D, just say D.
Well, gee, thanks, eh? Well, yeah, on Group A there we can see Paul Vickery on -6. And then in Group B, Graham de Villiers taking on -1. Both of them beat a couple of big players out there, so yeah, congrats to those two boys.
And nice to see Graham in the minus numbers. Here's the C and D.
Can I just say something about Lily Boy before I get on to Group C? Lyle Langley, the day he wins a Duckhook event is the day he shoots level par. This chap is working hard and he's ready to win an event, boys. But anyway, Group C, we have Gideon winning this group. Unfortunately, Russell, Quibus, Adam and Jamie been defeated there. And in Group D, we got tied, it seems, by Leon and Dana, beating Jakey, Une and Ronnie. So that was quite awesome to see that there's two guys on one score.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So where we go next? We go to the head-to-heads, and who won it? Was it red? Was it blue? Well, the blue team, Captain Simon Mayer, absolutely thumped the red team once again. So now they pulled out a lead, 7-3. Dorian, unfortunately, your team let you down, including you, losing to Simon on +5. Let's go through the winning team, shall we? The blue team, Steve Saunders winning against Shad Rose, Ewald van Wyk losing out to Frikkie Steyn, JP Atwood, who was playing with me as well, didn't play great, but Ryan, well done on beating JP. Jaco Jacobs -5 is going to beat most people. Dylan Bowles, nice to see him -3. Peter van Wyk +2. Heinrich and Aldo is a tie. Virgil Foster and Konrad Pretorius Sr. is a tie. And then we go, Gerard Snyman, taking the victory to make it 7-3.
Awesome to see that there's two minus games, and it was quite tight from Dylan and Kevin, -1, -3. That's awesome.
Nice to see the guys intact. Okay, so what does it all mean? It means that, let me sit back. It means that May's events are finished. So before we start June, what do we have coming up in June? Well, as we see, Sunday Series 1 at Kyalami this Sunday. Then we have the Durban Series the following weekend. Then Thursday Series at Benoni. It's going to probably be freezing. So pack warm and bring your gloves. Sunday Series 2 at Reading on the 27th. The nice thing about Reading, I spoke to them today, is that they started their afternoon field at 11. So that's going to help us a lot. And all culminates to the Duckhook Open on the 2nd of February. Then July, we'll quickly skim through that. We've got Wingate, we've got Simbiti, we've got Woodhill, and we've got Danefern. So we're moving around. Okay, before we go through the current standings with Ryan, let's just remind her of who our sponsors are.
To build a longer AD333, it takes a faster core. So we added layers, thousands of them. We call it Fast Layer, and it's fast. Whoa, that fast. But with all that speed, you'll need total control. So we added CERM, a slide ring material that digs deep into your club grooves, unleashing maximum spin around the green. The all-new AD333. It's everything you love, just longer. SRIXON, built for distance.
Built for distance. Yes, it is. Okay, Ryan, you ready? Here we go. Let's start with the Thursday Series.
Thursday Series. So, yeah, after the end of this one, this month now, yeah, we've got Simon tied first with Andre. It's actually nice to see a bit of a tie there on 138 points. Then Mr. Dani Geldenhuys, typical person to feature. Then we've got Richard Stewart, Bobby van der Spey on tied fourth.
Bobby made a big jump after his Pretoria game.
He did, yes. I was just about to say, with that win there, he actually made quite a nice jump there. Then Gara van der Meulen is on 133 points there. Maz, you've dropped a little bit to 7th, but you're still in there.
Still in there.
Something to play for. Frikkie, also a familiar face. He's there, tied 8th with Kevin and Jacques Gravenstein on 131 points. And that's pretty much the top 10 for Thursday so far.
Jacques moving into a top 10. Let me just remind everybody, if you're thinking about this top 10, this is the shootout teams currently for 2020. Please keep that in mind. Series 1.
Series 1, Randall that's moved up to first there, 150 points. Pranay and Graham tied 2nd. Wayne's dropped down a little bit there to 4th. With Quibus has come up to tied 4th with Wayne there on 140 points. Then Mr. General Dani is also still there on 140 points. Jacobs on 140 points. We actually have a few people tied on 4th there, I see. And then we've got Barry on 138, Peter 136, and Leon Oosthuizen coming in on 135 points, making up into the top 10.
And nice to see Jacobs having a good run of form currently, and Quibus maintaining his top 5 for the last few since he won at Heron Bank. So well done to those gentlemen. Donnie, are you in another graphic? Let's see Sunday Series 2. Oh, he is, oh my word.
Maz,
yes.
Just Donnie's profile picture there, I think we're going to have to change it. He looks like he's 16 years old over there.
I made him look good, Al. I made him look good. He can do it. He gets his haircut and he comes to work all pretty.
Basil, look at Donnie now. Are we
Father
going
now
to...
has got to put a father picture there now.
Ah,
Take a
But
snap
are we-
Natural
one.
anymore.
Basil, are we going to have space for his picture now? Because he's put on a little bit of a cheeks there now, I see.
wow.
Basil second.
Let's go on to the standings now. Series 2, we've got Ronnie still up on the first place there after that Ramesick round, and the other rounds that he's had, he's actually been quite a good form there. These handicaps been cut, that I'm quite happy about, but yeah, he's been on good form. Then Mr. Basil, good seeing you, and never mind top 10
Yes.
on second. That is actually quite brilliant.
But
That's
he
looking
has
like-
missed around, so he can't make any more mistakes.
Can't make any more mistakes. Then we've got Adana on 30, 146 points. Stefan Meyer has dropped a little bit, but to fourth, which is still not bad. And Chika Jaco Jacobs here tied fifth. Karel van der Linde on tied fifth as well, 143 points. We've got a Kera there on 142. Randall and Fricky on tied 7 on 141 points. And then Donnie in the top 10 as well here. So, yeah.
A couple of guys tied
Nice.
once again, which is it's nice to see that it is so close. That's what we strive for, everybody. That's what we strive for. All right, the final graphic that we need to look is an update of the player of the season.
Yes, player of the season. Player of the season is looking quite lekker as well, although with Randall Chetty nearing his 2,000 points there. But you've got to remember this comes to the average of the 22 events for the year, so it will start looking a bit different a bit later on. But yeah, then we've got Ronnie in second, Richard in third on 1,268, Aldu with his major win that got him some points there. Fricky on 1,111.43. Should have had 0.11 there. I should adjust that. At first, and then Donnie once again, no surprise there. Basil, you in the top 10 as well there. Well done there.
Come on. Yes, please.
Telling you for some. That's it. And then Kera,
Must
you
watch out.
watch out. I'm telling you. Kera on 8th, Simon on 9th, and then we've got Jamie Sherry just on the 900 points in the top 10 there, which forms the player of the season.
I think there are some guys who've done exceptionally well here. Somebody like a Richard Stewart who hasn't won anything, but he's sitting in third on so many points. That's great. And Baz, yourself, you're competing from such a disadvantage, as we know. But Donnie, let's just say you're on all 4 graphics. So if you were still on a group, you'd have a credit fine for sure for that, for being
Yes,
on all 4 graphics. I think that must be a first. You might want to keep these for later stages in your life. I wanted to go to, okay, Shannon has, oh, no, I broke it. Never mind. Shannon had said that he was playing with us as well, and Mitchell just sunk every long putt that was possibly done to make a putt. Right, where do we go next, gentlemen? Well, I'll tell you where we go next. We go to update you on the match play. So we're going to do the singles first, and then we're going to do the teams. Now, if you do find a mistake, these are highly complicated to keep updated. So just let me know. Please don't shout. But we will look into it and we'll adjust if there is an inquiry. Right, the boys are going to help me once again. I'll start with Group A. Group A, we are almost there. Most people have played. Luki Janssen's taken a bit of a hiatus this season, I must say. He's only playing Thursday so far, so getting his games in are a bit challenging. Reminder that we're trying to get this done by August. Cornell Erasmus. The top 4 go through. Hard for me to say. Cornell Erasmus played 5, won 3, 165 combined points, but he's tied with Jacques Gravenstein. And currently Peter Zakaria and Sepp Robertson are right there. Ruben needs a good game, and he's got 2 games in hand. Okay. Group B. Donnie?
Group B, we've got Klim Broeders over there, Karel van der Meerlen, Frikkie Steyn, Leon Oosthuizen making the top 4. So we can see they're on 16 points. I think Clint, you can almost say, has got that in the bag. Definitely pool winner. And then we've got Karel and Frikkie and Leon that's fighting for a good second spot. And a couple of games in there, Saul. Alan can play in a couple of games. Also, might just throw a spanner in the works.
Correct. If Alan keeps booking and cancelling on the day, he's going to a lot of more forfeits the ways and points the ways of the boys. Hansi Haman, you're doing well, Hansi. 5 played, 5 lost. So obviously your pickings when you come up against somebody are the guys who are on form. We apologize. There's always next year. Right, Group C, Baz.
Cool. So this is actually an awesome group to be part of. We've got Billy Hall, the infamous and famous Billy Hall from Heidelberg. He's leading this group by 1 point, with Frikkie Barnard and Conrad Pretorius just on his heels. But it seems to be a little bit of a gap between third and the rest. Steve Saunders, highly competitive. So the leaders, most of this group, guys, you guys are pretty much done with your games. Dean Bester, you still got a chance, but if
I
you
can update you. Dean Bester has got things happening, so he's out for the next 3 months. So those will all be forfeited games.
Oh, wow. So Billy Hall and Frikkie Barnard should go through, man.
There we go.
Nice and steady, consistent with the wins there. 1 draw and 1 loss for Frikkie, man.
Group D.
Am I going to do it, Maz?
You do it. It's your group.
Oh, wow, Donnie.
All right. Okay,
you want to do your own group?
Well, that's why I asked, Ryan. You want to do it?
Go for it.
Well, brag about your lead. Go.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, so obviously Group D, myself, Randall, Rudy, Sean, Lyle, Janko, and Paul. So feel sorry for Paul because it's the same as some of the other groups. You know, it's like when he played, he actually got guys that was just playing out of their socks. But we can see, obviously, Randall, Rudy, and Sean, it's quite a tight game between them with a few games in hand. So that leaderboard can still change quite a lot.
100%. All right, I'm up. E. Simon Mayer is running away with it. 5 out of 5. Not many people who got 5 out of 5. Ronnie is currently going through on 12 points. Myself I think I'll go through, which is a absolute yay. Robert has 1 game in hand, so he could reach 9 points, but so he should be 4th. So I think this group is pretty much done, if I look at it this way. Simon, Ronnie, Maz, and Robert will go through because Kevin he's got 1 game left, can't catch us. Chad's got 1 game left, can't catch us, and Hussein Ishmael, another one who has fallen away on the wayside. Group F.
Well, shall I do it since I'm in it? Let me pull a Donnie over myself. So we've got a given there that Tim is going through. He's actually had quite a lucky run there. We've got Cole there, JP Atwood, Trevor Miller. Then we've got Kera and then Ryan and Andre that were trying to fight for it at Thursday at BCC, and then ended up being tied for the day. So neither of us clearly didn't want to go through. So yeah, pretty much similar to the other groups that it's almost pretty much set as it is.
Here we go. Group G. Let me do Group G and H quickly. Richard Stewart, another one of the 5 out of 5s, 15 points, 173. So he's definitely through. But a lot to play for this group because many of these guys don't seem to get their timing right. So this group is really wide open besides Richard going through. Let's have a look at Group H. Graham de Villiers, 4 out of 6. On to 12 points. He's definitely through. Jaco Jacobs will be through. Mark Barber should be through. And then the rest is thereabouts. Peter and Pranay have played their games. This is also done. Then Kobus is going to go through because Neville's not going to do anything. So that pretty much is the top 4 secured. Right, before we go to the team results, I got some comments here. Let me put this in without breaking it this time. Hatsiaman. We'll try again next year. A couple of close games, but it was nice and a nice learning curve. Carl van der Linde, I like this comment. I've been playing with my new SRIXON golf balls the last 2 rounds, and I've been under par both times. Good golf balls indeed. That is great to hear. I think we need to post that somewhere so people can see how awesome your golf balls are. Right, let's move to the team games. Right, we're almost there with the team games. Group A have a couple of games to play. It's another one of those where people are coming from all over the place, and to arrange these games are a bit difficult. But the joiners are definitely going to go through with 10 points. The rest is 3-3-3, so that is going to be tight. Anything can happen in Group B. Who's in this? Any one of you in this group? I'll go through Group B as well. Bogey Bunch 9, Swingers and Ringers. Remember, the top 2 go through here. So some work to do for the long shots. They need to win their final game. Nicely, let's just say that, and then they can beat the Swingers and Ringers. For the other guys, I think that's pretty much done for your tournament. Okay, who wants to go through Group C for me?
Donnie, go through this one. I've got something to say about our match.
Perfect. Yeah, so as we can see, Shots and the Gamblers both on 8 points. So I would almost say as well that they're going to go through. It's a pity for Dirty Rotten Scandals, Yaswar, and Simply Irresistible.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
looks
it's
like that is a done and dusted one.
yeah, it's good luck to the guys going through.
Group D is pretty close, I must say. Spalding's on 7, Shake and Bake on 6, Far From Par on 6. With Far From Par can't go much more because they've played their game. So Shake and Bake, it's up to you. You pretty much just need to tie or halve your game and you are through to the next round. Aquilas will have to win massively if they stand any chance. Who's in Group E? I'm waiting for Basil's group so that he can do it, but I'll keep going. Group E, Hit and Run on 6 is another group that are struggling to get their games done. So we can't really dive into this because this is very, very close. Lucky Strike, I think your luck has struck out with this tournament. Right, Baz, you do it.
Right, so pretty much Ryan is in this group too, and unfortunately the most important game of this group was supposed to be played at Kyalami. But so we've got one game in hand, and that 6-footer at PCC against Hanu and Fat was vital. But yeah, we've got one more game in hand to knock out CMP Dragons, Bacon and Eggs is out, and Prime Ministers are out. So yeah, it's pretty much just us, dude. Where's my par? I hope Ruben Swart is practicing hard and not slacking in his efforts, so that we can take you guys out and just make it final between Crappy Fillmores and Dude Where's My Par.
Not going to go down easily. We practice it as well.
Maz,
Yes.
I just wanted to find out. During that game, it's like, who are you going to support on that game? Considering you guys are second.
Supporting everybody.
I support everybody as long as we go through. So if there's, it doesn't matter. So sorry for. Ooh, I wasn't paying attention. Hold on. Dude, where's my par? Sorry for you. You need to lose. Simple as that.
That's Basil.
The way it is. I need to make it through to the next round. Group G.
Haters.
Run through this. Hook squad, 5 out of 5. That is going to be very interesting. The defending champions, Steady Eddie, also through. So top two are done here in this group. The rest are just playing for pride, really. Group H, G-Force, also through. The Kuna, they need one more game. G-Force also need... no, Kuna are done. G-Force need one more game, so they are definitely through. Pat Pat Bar is really up to you. And I see the Butties are above Pat Pat Bar. So, yes, some to play for the second place. So that is the team games, everybody. That is great. So there's only one thing left to do. And let's remind you that this is all, the next 3 games is all in a lead up to the Duckhook Open at Ibotsi.
Coming up in June, the race to the Open. Sunday Series 1 Kyalami, Thursday Series Benoni, Sunday Series 2 Reading, finishing off with the Duckhook Open at Ibotsi Links 2nd of July.
Right, it's time to talk about Kyalami. Kyalami, as I mentioned, look great. So if you have any questions for us, just pop them on the chat line and the guys will help you through how to play Kyalami if you've not played there. Kyalami is always on our calendar, always a treat. It can bite you because there are trees everywhere. So if you get into the trees, you can really get stuck. One thing I can tell you is the greens were rolling pretty quick and very true. So that is something to look forward to. And I really hope that this cold snap hasn't broken the grass because it really was spectacular. Let's have a look at the scorecard, gentlemen. If you're starting on the first, you start off with a relatively short par 4, stroke 9. If you're starting on the 10th, you're starting with a dogleg left on a stroke 6. 2 par 5s each, 9. Who would like to give us a course breakdown?
I'll say a few things about Kyalami. Not that it's much of a positive saying, but this is one golf course where I feel like there's 18 holes and it's the amen corner. It's just I struggle to play there. I don't think I've broken 70 there in my life. That's why I'm actually hoping to play there on Sunday to just get that one out the way. But from all my experiences, you got to drive the ball pretty good there. It's not your longest golf course. Just keep it in play, keep it dry. And given this time of the year, I think the greens are going to be quite quick. So your proximity putting, just to ensure to keep the 3 putts off the card. And the ball's going to roll, so you're not forced to hit driver all the time. So guys, just find fairways and don't have the positive attitude I've got going into that week. Just go out there, have a jolt, have a beer, and have a laugh.
Yeah, Baz, just to also touch on that. My experience of Kyalami is the greens are normally quite quick, a little bit firm as well with your approach shots. So it's almost like you want to sort of, if the pin's in the middle, you want to sort of try and let the ball bounce sort of front edge green, to trickle out. But for me, I think the winner's going to come is the guy that plays 15, 16, 17, 18 the best. I think that's sort of, for me, the amen corner of the course. 15 downhill par 4 with water is in the front of the green. 16, you've got water left, a very tight tee shot. 17 is that long par 3 that normally plays 180 to 200. Water completely down the left, and then that uphill par 5 with the dam right and the sloot sort of going across the fairway. So for me, definitely, I think the winner's going to come the guy that plays those 4 holes the best.
Cool. I think the course management, you guys are 100%. It's tee box golf. You need to find the fairways, because a lot of, as you saw in that course layout, it's surrounded by trees. So a lot of the holes will either shape a bit right or shape a bit left. So if you're not on the right side of the fairway, it does become a punch out round, which is also can be quite frustrating. If I look back at the history of Kyalami, the scores don't go too big. There will not be a -10. There will not be a -8. I reckon if somebody hits a -3, that will probably be the winning score.
Yeah, that will be close, -3 and -4. Because I was also going to say, with my experience with Kyalami, it all depends on how my swing or how my game is for the day. If you can strike it well and hit the fairways, you're going to have a good day. If you miss hitting it for the day, sorry, it's going to be a long day. It's one of those courses. It depends how you get there, and that's just been my experience. And I played there quite a few times. But I agree with Maz, -3 and -4 is going to take the win.
Yeah, also
at the best.
I also feel that some of those greens, you just need to watch that they are sort of turtle back. They are
yes.
So, that extra club, to help you with your approach. And also, don't be tempted to go for flags that are tucked. Now and then just go 10, 15 foot left or right of the flag, safer side. Given that it is winter, you don't want to miss those greens, because the ball will obviously just way off and give yourself difficult chips. So, just find the middle of the greens, boys, if you feel pressure to go at targets.
Yeah, just to carry on with that conversation, you've got 100% correct there. It's the guys mustn't go for tucked flags, because there's also some more runoff areas, which is if you're in that runoff areas, you might have a very difficult chip. So, rather play smart, safe approach shots into the greens instead of going for that tuck corner flag, which has got a little bit of trouble on the right-hand side or left-hand side.
Let's quickly talk about pace of play. Unfortunately, there were no AM times, because Kyalami is one of those popular ones where the members are jam-packed in the morning, so they cannot assist us, and they start at 11:30. I ask, and I will get the message out there, that we get there earlier, because they're going to try and get the field through faster, because 20 minutes will make a world of difference. So please be there at least 20 to 30 minutes before your tee off time, so that if they push the field forward, we can get off and get going. Then, as we spoke earlier before we came on air, we have the afternoon field. The intervals are 9 minutes, but we don't need to stick to the 9 minutes rule. If the guys are going off every 6 minutes, we can also save 20 minutes. I understand fully that we are going to be struggling to get in, but we got 76 players. We want everybody to play. We'll do our best. Just be aware. We have a rule saying if it's dark and you can't play and you're the last 4 ball and you're on the last hole and you need to come in, everybody will get 2 points to finish up the scorecard who don't finish. So it's fair. But we do try our best. And the last comment I want to make, the booking app is there. The guys who are booking first are obviously the guys who are taking the initiative. So they want to get off first. If you're booking last, you're going to tee off further down the field. So you can't really come to me and say, I need to tee off first if you booked 2 days ago, because everybody else has been on top of their game and booking. Right.
But
So-
if I can just add on there, Maz, in terms of pace of play and what have you, guys, you can collect 2 or 3 minutes even from going halfway. A bit of a grab and go vibe, or
Don't order burgers.
Well-
Take the sandwiches.
yeah, while you guys are even playing, like just ready golf. If a guy's, if you've hit it out of bounds and you're not sure it's out, hit a provisional already. Just be on your toes slightly. Not to say that you rush your games, but just be a bit more, courteous for the guys that are playing behind you.
Cool. Let's move on. We're running out of time. Here's the first tee, just so everybody can see, because I don't think they've seen the latest update, and there has been a few changes. The player pack will go out tomorrow, and then you can check for sure where you are teeing off. I don't think we really need to dwell on it. So that is the first tee. If you see your name there, I'll give you another 2 or 3 seconds. Right, the 10th tee, we're moving on to the 10th tee. We've got 2 match play games happening at the same time as well. Gentlemen, we've got 10 on this side, so the 10th tee will be a bit slower than the first tee. It'll be interesting to see how it all goes. Let's look at the pins for the day. What are the closest to the pins and the closest in 2? Well, the par 3 third has to always be the closest to the pin.
It's a
tough shot
Always.
over the water, probably about 150 meters that we have to cover. And then we move to the par 4 11th, and par 4 11th will be the closest in 2. That is a tough hole. It could almost be a par 5, because if you don't get a good drive, you have a lot of distance to cover to get over the water. Par 3 17th will be the closest in 2, and we will see where that tee box is, because that tee box can either be 160 meters or 210 meters.
That's
It's
a
one of
great
those
hole.
holes,
like-
so you need a good shot.
Like
That is
Donnie
still
said earlier.
really close.
Amen corner. Okay, 2 more to go. Groups. There's only 3 groups for this one. We've got Kobus Skuman, Alan Lowe, Billy Hall, Jacques Ray Messina, and Hansia Mann in Group A. Nicky Valenchut, Pranay Pandy, Alistair Tim joining us for his second round on the Duckhook Tour. Paul Ricketts and Kevin Ho. Group C, Fricky Barnard, Ryan Jensen, Barry Fenter, Yaku Jacobs, and myself. The winners will each be gifted a credit fine. Okay, then let's go to the head-to-head of teams. Can we do it? Can the red team pull it back? Well, Peter Zakaria, you're going to be the captain, and you'll be in charge of leading the red team to a victory over the blue team. Donnie, you are going to be the captain of the blue team. I'm going to read the red team, and then you can go through your blue team. Peter Zakaria will be joined by Wayne Jensen, Ronnie Volhurter, Paul Rickett, Steve Saunders, Ryan Esmond, Morne O'Kelly, Randall Chetty, Grant Nell, and Nico Roots will be taking on Donnie's team of...
Myself, Dorian Fourie, Carl van der Linde, Francois Callets, Leon Oosthuizen, Vickers Lee, Sarel Steyn, Shannon Cypher, Graham de Villiers, and sorry, Maz, I can't see the last one there. Dylan Bowles, there we go.
My bad.
So, very strong team on my side. Come on, boys. Got utmost faith in you guys. We can pull it off on Sunday.
I actually don't know what's happened here. How come we've gone to that? That's no good. We'll have to stay on this one.
Maz broke us.
I broke you. You all just disappeared. Okay, I want to put in this comment quickly. We'll just do single shots. Maz for Group D. I don't think that's going to get you the golf balls, Gerard, unfortunately. No matter how hard you try.
He tried.
Mona Kelly says, red for the win. Get over here. You're still on the get over here situation. And my captain, Donnie. There we go, Leon, in Donnie's team. Germa Ritz for blue team for the win. Okay, I had some comments. I just want to see if this thing's fixed. No, just Basil with stuff all over his face. Who knows what's happened? Okay, it's just me and you, everybody. I got some comments from Kyalami. Let's start with Leon Oosthuizen. He says the Bushveld Tour is playing Kyalami tomorrow, so the greens will be fast this weekend. I did not know they're playing tomorrow. So yes, you can expect a bit of a more difficult golf course then. Hansia Mann, I had my first DHG game at Kyalami last year. Looking forward to bettering my score. Let us know what your score was, because it might be easy to beat after all. Carl van der Linde, look forward to seeing everybody on this weekend's round. If you're playing the way you're playing, I'm sure you are. Gerard, now, Kyalami fields are always slow in the afternoon. We need to keep up pace for the later tier of times. I'm going to be on top of them. But as we said, we can only do our best from our side to see how well we can do it. Kids on golf. I really like Kyalami. The track is a test of your entire game. I would agree 100% with that.
100%.
And then Gerard Maritz, I've never played Kyalami. Let's just see if anything came through. No, right. That's pretty much it from our side. There's anybody else got something to say?
Yeah.
All good.
on my side.
Just
Okay, that's through Basil. No, then I'm going to say goodbye. Well, let's not say goodbye. I'm going to choose some winners. I've already got them. Ryan, thank you for joining us and bringing your
Thank you very
expertise
much.
and stats and everything you do. Ah, damn it. Donnie, get over here. Okay, thank you for joining us. We are going to wrap up, but I'm going to tell you who's going to get the golf balls. Let's just go to me. I'm going to tell you who's going to get the golf balls. I did favorite them. So the first person getting the golf balls is going to be, where's this comment? Is going to be this guy. Well, no, Kelly, I've decided to split it. So you're going to get one sleeve of golf balls. Your balls are awesome, Donnie. Going to try them next game. Get over here. I assume you mean golf balls. I didn't read that totally. And then,
I hope so.
yes, Carl van der Linde, I'm going to give you a sleeve of golf balls. I've been playing with the new SRIXON golf balls, and hopefully these are the ones you're playing with, and then you can continue your great form. So, everybody, let's look forward to Sunday, and let's have a great event. We're almost halfway through the season, or you could call it halfway season. We've got to qualify for the Open. That's it. From me and the boys, wave goodbye, boys.
Cheerio.
Cheers.